which, listen, I'm not going to say I am going to understand everything 100%, but let's try it. Let's give it a go. Right? Let's give it a whirl. Sanity and E.G.O. Oh, that's loud. My ears have been ruptured. I need subtitles! Oh! Okay. In Limbus Covenant, each character's mental strength will fluctuate with the tides of battle. Bro, if your mental strength is fluctuating in the middle of a battle, you're not a hardened warrior. Additionally, your sinners can utilize E.G.O. powerful tools that drain one's sanity and certain sinful resources. This video will cover a key mechanic that can impact the flow of combat, sanity, also known as SP. We will also examine how this influences the states of E.G.O. Okay. Something. In Korean, I think, or Chinese. With the exception of abnormalities, every character in Limbus Company has a sanity value, depicted by the number next to them. Nope, down there. This number will always be within the range of minus 45 or plus 45. Now, why 45? What's the reason of 45? Why not a nice round number like 50? Like a nice solid round number. Or 40. Why 45? Come on. All the enemies your sinners confront will have SP within these values. Every character will enter a new battle with a starting value of 0 SP. However, in the story and mirror dungeons, the SP of previous battles is carried over. In the story and mirror dungeons. Oh, they're already telling us mechanics. Wow. Okay. Sanity is increased each time the enemy is defeated or a clash is won. So you get more sanity the more you win. Conversely, when one side's ally dies, the entire SP... When one side's ally dies, the entire team's SP is impacted. Sanity will have varying effects per character each turn or depending on its level. If one's SP is positive, the probability of success coin flips increases. Yeah, okay, so the higher your... What is it, sanity? If one's SP is positive, the probability of success on a coin flip is increases. Okay. Likewise, if one's SP is negative, skill coins are more likely to yield unfavorable results. Enemy units, again excluding abnormalities, may fall into a state of panic at low SP. How if SP affects the possible corrosion of E.G.O. will be explained later in the video. Okay. Engage in clashes you're confident you can win and focus your fire on weakened foes to keep your team's SP high. Deplete your enemy's SP and drive them into panic to make your battles easier. So you start... Okay. What we've learned. You start off at 0 SP, which gives you no pros, or no favorability towards coin flips, and no negativity towards coin flips. So you start off at 0. So then, once you start winning, so if you win your first clash, essentially, or you defeat the first enemy, that's when your SP on, I'm assuming your whole party goes up in some way, shape, or form. It goes up. And then if you lose the first bout or whatever the fuck, it goes down. This is why I have the idea that this is odd, and not odd, this specific mechanic, but into the coin flip part, is that everything is kind of decided at the very start of the battle, so if you lose, you can't make a return, you have to then just restart the whole fucking match. That kind of mechanic, you can't really come back from it, because then you're in a deficit, and it's like, why try when you're in a deficit? That's why I have a hesitation towards the coin mechanic, because then if you're negative 45, let's say you get to negative 45, you might as well just fucking restart the fight. There's no like, you can maybe make a comeback. Like in other games, you can usually, you know, with skill or with some sort of thought, you can make a comeback. In this, yeah, negative 45, you might as well fucking restart the fight, you know, wrap it up here, boys. Whilst, you know, maybe that's just a concern that I have because of other games. Like, you can make a comeback in something like, let's say, Genshin, again, a different example of a game in general. You lose one unit in Spiral Abyss, you can still kind of continue, right? It's alright. You'll be fine losing one unit, as long as it's literally not your only DPS, you'll be fucking fine. Whilst in this, you'd get to negative 45 SP, you got no luck on coins, your characters are fucking mentally deranged now. It's like, alright, fair enough, we fuck. And abnormalities are monsters similar from Lobotomy Corporation. Ah, okay, cool, I have no idea what that is, but cool. Well, let's continue though, E.G.O. E.G.O. skills are powerful moves that give your sinner great strength. Okay. An ego skill can act as a tool to dramatically turn the tides of battle. Is it if it's just a character's ultimate? Sure. Each ego has its own set of resistances. Aha. That's the sin system again. Okay. Weaker values in a sinner's resistance are overridden with the egos. Weaker values in the sinner's resistance are overridden with the egos. Huh? So, no, it doesn't matter. In prolonged battles, this gives them a defensive advantage. Sure. Do relax, as ego won't override the resistance values that are already stronger than its own. So having an ego is only a positive. Okay. Using ego will never make your defense value more vulnerable than in that way. What am I looking at here? I have no idea what I'm looking at here. On my way. On my way. As powerful as ego skills are, they require certain resources to be used. Sure. Firstly, you need Oh, I missed something. Top is with ego. Probably should have put a bit of text somewhere, like with ego, not with ego. Usually a pretty good one. Top is with ego. Alright. So having an ego just kind of makes your character better, just fundamentally. Tankier and deal more damage. Or maybe not, sorry, not deal more damage, but just tankier. Fair enough. Sure. They require certain resources to be used. Firstly, you need the differing types and amounts of affinity-based resources. So you need 4 sins, 4 sloths, 4 rocks, and 4 leaves. Alright? These are the absolute necessity for using ego skills. Roger that. And so on the right, you collect them. Bam, 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 bam. And then you collect them. Nice. When you use corresponding skills, you can select an ego skills icon to check what resources you need. And that's these guys back here. And then you click there. Okay, and it tells you, boom, you need 3 fire and 2 helix. Additionally, ego skills take a toll on the user's SP. A sinner's SP does not have to be in the positives for an ego skill to be used. Ego skills can be used even if the sinner's sanity is completely in the gutter. What effect does it have on that then? Tell me now. Earlier in the video, we mentioned that SP can affect the state of ego. Yes, you did. Ego skills consume an amount of the user's SP, affecting their psyche. Psyche? If the sinner's SP is in the positive, the ego will manifest correctly and attack your targeted foe. Alright. However, the closer a sinner's SP is to the negative value, the more likely they are to use an uncontrollable form of the ego. At the absolute lowest level of sanity, your sinner will be completely out of your control. And so what, they'll just fuck your shit up? My own sinner will attack me? That is referred to as an ego corrosion. Ah, yes. Ego corrosion renders a sinner uncontrollable, and they may target allies as well as foes for significant damage. This will help you lead your battles in your favor. Okay. Make sure that your sinners are in good condition, both physically and mentally. Use ego skills at the right moment and to deal heavy damage to enemies. Sure. With these tools at your disposal, you'll be able to get out of stick situations and claim victory. Okay. In the end, what this is confirmed in my mind, I could be wrong, but what this is confirmed in my mind is that most of your success in a fight will be determined by the first encounter. Will you be positive early in SP, or will you be negative early in SP? Once you're negative early, there's really no redemption from there, because you got reduced chance of coin flips, and you can't really use your egos to a good extent without going ego corrosion. So you just still have the match is still mostly, again, not all the time. Obviously, there will be cases where it's not decided early, but most of the time, it's the first 1 to 2 conflicts or clashes or whatever the hell it really identified as fights that determine the whole match. And then you just, once you're at like -10 SP, -20, just restart it, go again, see what happens. It's really all this is confirmed to me. In conjunction with the previous bit with the coin flips and whatnot, it's like, now, okay, Sanity, well, once it's in the negatives, you're pretty fucked. Getting up from there, you have to then start winning bouts, and then winning bouts is more difficult because you don't have coins in your favor, and you can't really use your ego skills because it can fuck you up. And so it's like, okay, let's restart it. Now, that's fine, really. I don't fucking care. That's fine. This just now makes a lot more sense. Without this information, the coin flipping sucks. With this information, the coin flipping is fine. But in general, that's like the whole idea that I have is just now you just don't really you know how a match is going to end very quickly. Whilst in other games, you can I guess other games don't really have matches. You just have the actual game itself. Whilst this is like bouts and whatnot, sits and fights and clashes and yada yada yada. So it's still cool. This is still fine. And now this has just kind of resolved the issue of coins and whatnot, because I was very much against the coin idea before this was like elaborated. Now with the higher chance of what the fuck's, it's fine. You just now have to, the whole whatever Eversol is experiencing now, to an extent, won't, a lot of stuff in Eversol, for example, I'm just going to compare it to that, is, a lot of people are brute forcing Eversol, and Lariel, you are one of the, key factors that does that. There's like a 30 to 80k CP difference, and you're still pushing content. Whilst I don't think that might be a thing in this, I'm not sure how the stages work in this. You might not be able to do such high levels of content so far ahead because you're just going to be at a fundamental disadvantage, not in just character power, but in like if you lose even slightly at the start, you're fucked with the whole thing. So yeah, this is cool. I'm still excited about it. To be quite frank, then I still want to give it a go. And this is, yeah, it's cool. Looks fine.